Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Crystal, and today I have partnered with Cricut to show you guys how I use my Cricut Explorer 3 with my clothing business. Not only do I use my Cricut to create my product like my t-shirts, I also use it to create my packaging, stickers, and thank you cards. So let me go ahead and show you guys how I make a few of these. Let's start off over here in Cricut Design Space with our print and cut stickers. As you guys can see, I have tons of cute images here, which are right here inside of the image library. So you're simply just going to come over here to images, and you can come to the operation type and actually change to look for print and cut. Now you can change any SVG if you want to into the print and cut, and I'll show you that in just a second. So you can come up here and type in what you're looking for. For example, boba tea is what I'm looking for. Look at all of these super cute, adorable designs. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go with this one right up here. Lots of cute ones. So I'm going to click on it right here. As you can see, it'll pop down here and you can click add to canvas. Now, as you guys can see with this print and cut, it's already ready to go. You see how it has that nice white border all the way around. This is called an offset. So this is going to make a perfect sticker. All I simply have to do is change my height. So I'm going to change it to 2 inches. I like my stickers to either be 2 inches high or 2 inches wide, whichever one is going to be bigger, 2 to 2.5. Now let me show you, what if it doesn't have an offset? So I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate this one as I brought it in already before and it didn't have an offset. With this one, you can simply come right over here at the top if you are on your desktop or laptop, click on offset, and then you can adjust that offset right here to get it as little or as big as you want to. Once you're happy with it, you're simply just going to hit apply, and then from here you're going to notice that it's a print and cut because it's already set at print and cut. We want to change our offset layer by having it in gray, coming up here and changing it to a basic cut, and then I'm going to change it to white. Then I'm going to select everything and I'm going to hit flatten. Make sure that you hit flatten so it don't try to cut individual pieces. Once everything is ready to go, we're going to hit make it, and you can see it's ready to load on our mat. I'm going to go ahead and send it straight over to the printer. Make sure your bleed line is off. And then I'm going to go ahead and search for cardstock because I'm using a sticker paper and I want these to be die cut. I'm going to choose a medium cardstock so it will cut all the way through that sticker paper. Once you have printed out your stickers, you're just going to go ahead and load it on your mat. I highly recommend that you use your blue light grip for this, as it's going to release your paper a whole lot easier. So let's go ahead and load it in our Cricut. Once your load is flashing, you're just simply going to load it right under your feet, hit the load button. Once the go button is flashing, we're ready to hit go. As you guys can see now, at this point, the Cricut is reading our print and cut lines here, so it knows right where to cut. All right, so I'm just simply going to unload it. Now, as you guys can see, if you use the cardstock settings, it's going to cut right through your sticker material, creating these die cut stickers. So to remove them, I just simply flip my mat at an angle here, and then I just kind of peel them off the mat. This is going to prevent them from curling. You can also simply use your little scraper tool here to remove them as well. And just like that, we have the perfect die cut stickers, and all they have to do is remove their backing and stick it on their laptops, phones and things like that. So I really love to include these inside of my packages. It just makes it that extra special. So there is the die cut stickers. For my next stickers, I'm going to go ahead and load some more of my sticker paper right here. And this time we are going to use the Cricut foil transfer sheets. Just like this, I'm using the ones in gold. And then I'm also going to be using the Cricut foil transfer kit, and I'm going to be using the bold tip. So once you have your sticker sheet down, what we need to do is tape down a piece of our foil right on top. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and trim off a little bit of this. And what we need to do is just place this right on top of our sticker sheet, and then we just need to tape it down. This is going to help prevent it from moving whenever it's adding the foil. So I'm just going to go ahead and take some tape here. You could definitely just use some washi tape, and I'm just going to tape it down. Once it looks like this, we are ready to go. The first thing we need to do is load in our foil tip, and I already have the bold one inside. To do this, you're just going to go ahead and remove your fine point blade and insert your foil tip. I'm going to go ahead and load in my material, and I'm going to hit go. Once you're done with your foil pen, you see this is flashing. You definitely do not want to unload at this point. You want to take out your foil pen and insert your fine point blade. Now we want to hit go. As you guys can see, you may notice that that foil just kind of popped up. That's totally okay. We're not keeping that piece. It's just going right through the foil onto the paper. All right, so now we are ready to unload. This is one of my absolute favorite parts, is the reveal. So you can just simply pop these off, and then we will peel off the remaining piece. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and peel away the extra sticker paper. And then you're simply just going to go ahead and remove your stickers. And as you guys can see, these really cool foiled thank you stickers that I can add on my packaging. And then I take my sticker like so, and then I add it on just like that. Now sometimes I'll even do that with my logo as well. Next up is my thank you cards. So I like to print these out on heavy cardstock. Sometimes I do colors, or sometimes I'll do a simple white like this, and sometimes I'll do this black, or I'll do it in some colors. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and load this just like we did our print and cut stickers. And I'm just going to go ahead and smooth that out. Once again, I'm just using my blue light grip mat. I'm ready to load it and cut it out. All right, so we're ready to unload. I'm going to remove the excess. And then the same thing, I'm going to flip these over and remove them. How cute are these cards? So at this point, I'll just go ahead and sign my name. Just like so. And now we're ready to package. So far what we have is we've got our little package ready to go with our sticker. I've thrown in a little extra die cut sticker for them to use. So we're just gonna go ahead and slide this inside. And then I'll also place our thank you card as well as our invoice, and then place on our shipping label. Now I'm going to show you guys how you can actually customize your own packaging using a DIY screen print method. So what we're going to be using here today is a speedball screen, as well as some ink that is made for screen printing and a squeegee. For this, I like to use my removable smart vinyl because it just makes it so easy to load it right inside of my machine. I don't need a mat or anything like that. So I'm using the rolls today, and I'm also going to use my roll holder with this. So let's go ahead and cut it out and set up our screen. The first thing you're going to do is attach your roll holder and then insert your material. We're going to slide it right underneath and glide it right underneath those white feet. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and hit the load button. And now we're ready to hit go. As you guys can see here, whenever you guys use that smart material, it's going to cut so much faster than it would when it's on the mat. So this is going to save me a lot of time, as well as I didn't have to go through, cut down my materials or anything like that. All right, so now we're ready to weed everything out. Now we're going to weed the opposite of the way we normally do. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the pieces that we normally would keep. Once you have everything weeded out, you're going to go ahead and take a piece of transfer tape. I'm going to go down just like a taco, and then we're going to smooth everything out. At this point, you want to go ahead and flip your screen over. We want to place this on the back side. So I'm just going to go ahead and get a corner here, and I'm going to peel. All right, so what I'm going to go ahead and do here is I'm going to center this up. I don't really have to worry about where I place it because it's not a huge design, but I do try to get it in the center so it's going to fit on my box nicely. So what we're going to do at this point is we're just going to go ahead and smooth everything out. You don't want to push too hard on your screen. You don't want to tear it up. We're just going to go ahead and smooth everything out. And then what we can do is flip this upside down, and then we're going to rub from this direction. This is what's really going to help adhere this to the screen. Now we can go ahead and flip it over, and we can remove our transfer tape. Once again, I'm going to flip it over just to make sure that everything is held down. I'm going to rub it one more time. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add some tape around this to make sure that I'm not going to get off on my screen. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some tape all the way around. Once you have enough tape, you're going to go ahead and flip it back over. Now, I didn't worry about this because I'm actually going to start my ink here and flood down. You definitely want to make sure you have the bottom because you're going to flood down. So you're going to start your line here. You don't really have to worry about above. You could definitely do it, but you don't really have to worry about it. Once you have your tape down, you want to do the same thing to make sure that's nice and adhered to your screen. As you guys can see, our screen is ready to go. Before you get started, make sure that you already have your packages ready to go, however many that you're going to do, because you don't want to let this sit on your screen too long because your ink can start to ruin your screen. You definitely want to wash it out ASAP. So definitely test it out. Sometimes you can get, say, 10 prints out of here. You may only get 5, maybe you'll get 20. You'll just figure it out on your own of what's going to work best, how fast you're going, whatever ink you're using. I'm going to show you 2 different types of packages today. I'm going to show you a paper bag as well as a box. So let's go ahead and go. I'm going to start with my paper bag here. And I don't need to go all the way across because I don't have a huge design. I'm just going to make sure I go a little bit on the outside of the design and that's it. I'm actually using my Cricut spatula here. I use it for my inks. And I'm just going to go get some right across the top like this. You just want to make sure you get enough to run all the way across here. I'm going to get a nice firm grip down here at the bottom. You could definitely tape your bag down to prevent it from slipping or anything like that. Or you can actually set it on a blue Cricut mat to help hold that as well. So what we're going to do is kind of get at an angle here with our little spatula, and we're just going to push down and we're going to pull. So I'm going to push and pull. So I put my excess ink back in the jar, and I'm going to go ahead and go over it one more time. Once you're happy with it, you're just going to very gently lift it up. All right, so let's go ahead and get ready to press our box. So I'm going to go ahead and get some more of that ink across the top. And I'm going to press down and pull. And just like that, that's how you can create your very own custom packaging using a DIY screen print. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.